I'm going to share with you guys today a little bit about the Stampendous Frantage items, and I have the crushed glass glitter in silver and the rose colored fragments, and did some experimenting with those. And I also want to share about the Ture Snow that I was talking about in my video from yesterday. So let me start with this. I started off with a Fran-tage, and I sprayed the corners with the Heidi Swap blush color, which I really like the soft pink color it gives to it. And then I taped down the stencil over it on my silicone mat and spread the Ture Snow with my palette knife just over the stencil. It spreads so smooth. You can pick up all the excess that you don't use and put it right back in the jar, and it dries fairly quickly. But I will just give you a close-up of what that looks like. So it's just another item you can use instead of texture paste. I just find this to be one of the easiest things to clean up that I've ever used. The only thing is it does dry quickly, and if you don't clean it up quickly, then it's very difficult to clean because it gets really sticky and hard. But I absolutely, and I like that it gives it texture, but it still has a smoothness to the top of it. I just really like it, so I wanted to show you guys what that looked like. And then with these, the Frantage items, they don't melt like embossing powder does. So they have to be adhered with some type of adhesive, or they have to be set into embossing powder when it melts. So what I did on this one was I used Mod Podge and adhered the crushed glass glitter and the fragment pieces with the Mod Podge, and then I sprinkled some of the embossing powder over the top and set it from the bottom. So heat set that on there, and that came out pretty good. Actually, I like the way it came out. I just found an easier way of doing it. And you can see the crushed glass glitter gives it a lot of sparkle. I really like that. The other thing is when you use the Mod Podge, then you heat set it from underneath, the Mod Podge starts bubbling. So I quickly turned it over and just smushed it down against my mat to get any bubbles out, which also helped adhere things pretty well into the embossing powder. And then on this one, down here in this corner right here, I just I laid the embossing powder down first on top of embossing medium, and then sprinkled the top with the crushed glitter and the fragment pieces, and so you can see they're laying on top a little bit more. But what I liked the best was the way that this came out, and so I put my embossing medium on first, and then I took all three items, the embossing powder and the glitter and the fragments, and mixed them together and sprinkled them on there. And so it came out very similar to what I did on the Fran-tage, but everything's really kind of melded together very well in there, and I really like the way that that came out, and it was also probably the easiest to do. So I think in the future I will go ahead and use that method. And I'm going to, I think, make a birthday tag out of this for my girlfriend's daughter. But really like the way that this came out as just a background. If anyone has any questions, feel free to let me know or message me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.